What up, fish people? Kenny E with Danikin Aquatics. Danny will be with us momentarily. She decided to do a power crab habitant water change. So she managed to get it done in about 13 minutes. I'm pretty impressed, actually. So let me run through the hellos while we're waiting on her. Mr. Sam Amam is in the house. What's going on, Sam? 3G, good to see you. Sage with Caves of Wonders, good to see you. Lisa NJ, welcome. And Chris Aquazone, welcome, sir. And I'm excited to hear you're going to be my neighbor soon, Chris. That's exciting news. Me and Danny can't wait to go out to dinner with you and the wife ski, and we'll get something going with you here. We got.
Can you hear me?
Garden. Yes, I hear you fine, honey. Hello, Miss Annette. Mr. Lando's been a member for 1 month saying hello. Well, hello, Lando. So Danny and I went to a Super Bowl party.
Yes, we did.
It felt good for me to get out of the house. I actually got my voice back. I couldn't stream Friday night with the boys because I literally had no voice whatsoever.
You said hi to everybody.
Yep, I sure did. Zen Ginger, welcome.
Thank you for joining us on the Super Bowl evening.
It means a lot to me and my wife. I know that you got multiple factors pulling you away tonight. I knew that Corey was doing some giveaway stream tonight, and then you got the Super Bowl, and then Lucas has that cool kid from Australia visiting him. So I think he did a pop-up stream for that. And you loyal 10 people are in. I appreciate you. Hi, Roman. How's it going, brother? Good to see you. These are true Daniconians.
Oh, we're giving him a name now.
Oh, that's tough, Chris. I had to do that with me and Danny one time. I literally lost the job because of it.
What?
He's having to come out first and set up camp and then bring the wife.
Oh.
But me and Danny are so connected. I mean, I have to physically be in her presence every day or I lose it.
He was losing his ever-loving mind out there.
By the time the second half of my Fish Fam tour across America hit, I was ready to get home.
Oh, that too. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Your Aunt Donna's on here through Facebook saying, hey, guys.
How you doing, Aunt Donna? It's always good to see you. Stephen P., what's going on, brother?
Well, thank you, Victor C. My audio is due to this wonderful cat ear crazy kitty headset. A Kraken kitty, I think they call it.
And we all know why Mr. Ed isn't here because he is busy watching his Kansas City Chiefs get their butt kicked.
Lisa NJ, did you do a spinning class? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Donna. I like my cat ears too.
What's going on, Mark? Big E's support group.
Oh, a spine specialist. I thought you were trying out a new spinning class and it was messing with your back. Well, I hope your back gets better quickly. Hopefully the specialist can... The spinning days are long gone.
And she's not laughing at you, Lisa and Jay.
No, not at all. It just reminded me of a scene. Me and my husband were watching an episode of Virgin River today, and a bunch of the ladies in the town got together for a spa day, and they were all taking mud baths, and they started flinging mud at each other and got in a great big mud fight. And and so that's it. Just reminded me when you said spinning days are long over. I just started cracking up because that scene popped up in my head, and I can so see me and my friends doing that at a spa, flinging mud all around, getting kicked out. Oh my gosh.
Matt with Liquid Zoo. Good to see you, partner.
Biggest support group says just made a short video on Pleco Fryer. Like,
Mike, we have streamed every Super Bowl Sunday since we've been YouTubers.
yeah, that's true. Lisa and Jay. I like how you put, I was thinking on the adult side of things.
Now, Lisa and Jay, I'm trying to behave. What's going on, Keith? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, showing some love between Niners are stressing you out.
Oh my goodness. Fry baby plecos. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't a fryer. Yeah, I was hurriedly cleaning out my little Crabbitat back there right before the stream, and I'm like running, putting water in it, putting there, so dechlorinator, and I'm trying to get all this done, and Ken's watching me run around like a mad woman.
Lisa and Jay says, I give up trying, Kenny.
She knows you really well at this point, so she's just like not even gonna even take that into consideration. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was cleaning out the bowl next to Ken and the one behind him. I actually did all the upstairs tanks yesterday. Got a ton of them clean, and the only one left was this Crabbitat. I look over there when I'm logging in earlier, and I'm like, oh, that looks terrible, because the tannins get like a ring around the top where the water is, and so if the water dips down below that, then you get this dark ring of tannins, and it looked really terrible. I think we would too, Lisa and Jay. She says, if I ever get out to you guys one day, someday, we will have a blast hanging out.
We'll get you in some trouble around here, Lisa.
Byron says, sorry, guys, splitting my attention with you and the commercials in the Super Bowl. That's okay. We'll take you any way we can get you, Byron. Hello, 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 Al Wet Socks. How are you doing?
Good to see you, Al.
I don't think.
Of course, Mike, you know me better than that.
Lisa and Jay says, I better start saving up for bail for all of us.
No, Danny's my voice of reason. We won't need bail money.
I'll have to be like, shh, we're going to get caught. Well, it sounds like our nephew's going to be playing tackle football this year.
Well, you have to let us know when he's playing, Mike. We'll try to make it to the games because, after all, I am off on weekends now.
The cutest thing. So my daughter-in-law sent a picture of my grandson pulling my granddaughter through the kitchen, and he's using this little trike, and he's got hooked up they put a sled, and she was asleep with a sleeping bag and a pillow in the sled, and he's pulling her across the kitchen, and she's telling him, "Don't do that, Daxton. Don't do." He turns around, he's like, "What?" Zen Ginger says commercials are about all we got. Game has been wholly uneventful. Halftime was fun. They were on skates, but otherwise, meh. I totally agree. I was looking at the scores and I was like, this is the most non scoring Super Bowl I think I've ever seen. So that's funny. Oh my gosh. It's sad for the teams that are playing. But these guys, when I cleaned out their tank yesterday, they've gotten all kinds of happy. They've been so in my face. They're so funny.
Yes, then I enjoyed the skates when they was it Oh My God or yeah, I can't remember which, but yeah, I watched that. That was cool.
I know. I wish we could make some money like they do in Vegas. That'd be great. A whole big year of fun.
Now just give me the taxes that Taylor Swift pays.
Yeah. No.
Must be nice. I want to see my boyfriend play in the Super Bowl, so I'm going to leave Tokyo and get there in time in my private jet.
Also, Albert Sox says, spent all day watching granddaughters play volleyball. Was a good day. Good for you, Al. Out there supporting the granddaughters. You know, when people go to support you when you're playing team sports, it's so much fun.
Mike says, "Is anyone else playing the Taylor Swift drinking game?" Shocked it's only been drink 3 times so far.
Well, they're not winning, are they?
No, it's 10-3 still.
See, just not a high scoring game.
I suspected this was going to happen, though. I really did.
Yeah.
I think it's the number 1 and number 2 defense of the league. So.
Yeah. But Ken and I are working really hard to downsize the amount of tanks we have. We're like super motivated right now after last week's unveiling of the last month's electric bill.
Yeah, it was crazy, guys. $1,260 or $70. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
We like keeping our fish, but $1,200, that's where you got to start saying, are my fish worth $36,000 a year?
Some of them, yes, but I'd rather not have to pay that.
Extra electric, extra water, all the other stuff that goes along with it. Yeah.
Well, and I think water bills are going to start going up because we've been sending a lot of water down to California. Although California is flooding right now. It's kind of like, what happened?
That's one program I've never understood in Oregon is why we have to pay more so the Californians can get water.
I don't know. And electricity.
Something don't seem right about that, does
We
it?
provide them with both.
I think something's going to need to be done about Portland General Electric. I think they're going to get sued for gouging.
Oh, it's just been ridiculous. Well, it was so cold last month, so we had to have the heat on. Thank goodness we didn't lose power. All of our fish would have died had we lost power. So this year, one of my number 1 goals is to get a generator hooked up. That way Kenny and I can have peace of mind.
With one eye open when there's a storm.
Right. That was a rough couple of weeks because I was constantly afraid that the power was going to go out. It flickered once and reset all the clocks, but that's all we had was the one flicker. Oh my goodness. Terrible. And I cannot believe how big the Kubatais in that bowl next to Ken are getting. So I took out all the guppy grass that was in the top of that tank and to give them a little more swimming around room. And they've just gotten so big. Look at how big they are in that bowl. And those Kubatai rasboras are supposed to be like teeny tiny fish.
Well, it's like anything we keep. They get ginormous size because we might be guilty of maybe a little overfeeding.
I don't think that's it. They're just big. I may have to think about putting chili rasboras and putting those Kubatais in another tank.
Tries to go in the tank behind me.
Probably not a bad idea. Or we could leave the bowl as a shrimp bowl. But I like seeing fish swim around in there.
Well, you got the CPDs in here too.
Yeah, I know, but they'd have to go in the tank behind you too.
Which would mean we'd have to completely destroy this bowl to get them all.
No, I don't think so. Victor C said we had tornadoes and lost power 5 days.
Oof.
A couple of the people that I work with lost power for 7 days. And I thought, oh, that just sounds horrible.
Summertime, I probably wouldn't stress as badly. But when power goes out when it's cold, that scares the bejesus out of me because then you're not only dealing with the lack of oxygen, you're dealing with cold, and cold will kill a fish faster than the oxygen, really.
Well, I don't know about that, but it wouldn't be good. So we need a generator.
But Danny and I generally, that's one thing we have learned over the years is each tank, we don't have a ton of fish in each tank anymore.
Yeah, that's true. We used to seriously overstock our tanks.
But in my defense, I was doing African cichlids, and you almost have to be overstocked in an African cichlid tank for them to not destroy one another. You need bodies in there to keep the aggression down.
Yeah, it was pretty when we had your African tank up.
I want to get another one up.
I know.
Although it seems like ever since I started with these, I haven't had good luck in the last year with them.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if our water changed or maybe we're fish keeping differently than we used to.
No, we're doing everything the same. I think it's the water flipped on us, but I think it's happening. I think the water is flipped.
I think that you haven't been putting like the cichlid salts in there the way that you used to.
I've got it. If we do another African tank, we're probably going to have to.
Yeah, I guess we don't have any Africans really anymore.
Well, we've got the Shelleys, and the Shelleys are thriving, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're actually supposed to be in higher pH water. Same thing with the Tanganyikans.
Yeah, the Tanganyikans, the Mallories that we have in here.
Are doing great.
Yeah. Yes.
They're soon going to be getting a bigger, and I'm going to take my time and really deck this tank out. I want to scape big enough to where the big bodies can get under some rocks if they want.
Ginger, I'm sorry. Yes, that's terrible. It says, yes, we lost all our discus a few years back because we didn't have enough generators and cords, and our house got down to 40 for almost a week. It was horrible.
Yeah, geez. I didn't think Texas got that cold, Zen.
Oh, sure. I've driven there. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if you remember, but we were driving through a bunch of snow one year to visit your Aunt Donna.
That's right. The year we went
in Arkansas.
Yes, it was freezing down there, and it was unheard of.
Yes. I had one of the best nights sleep at your aunt's house because they had a fireplace or something that produced warmth in their room, and they gave us their bed for the night, and I just zonked. I slept so good.
A heated water bed.
Oh, it was nice. Whatever it was so comfy.
That's what was comfy. It was a heated water bed. What's going on, Funkster? Good to see you, man.
Can you imagine having a water bed with the power out? I'm sitting on a block of ice. Oh, that'd be terrible.
Hey, did you call in that pizza?
I forgot. Do you want me to take a quick break and go call that in?
Well, it's no big deal. I can't imagine they got people pounding down the door for pizza at the moment.
Maybe I can order it online.
No, I'll just worry about it when the stream's over. Hey, Rachel, good to see you.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot to do a bunch of stuff. I've been here playing with my fish, and then I noticed that I have a fish in here with there's a little stir-by Coriodoria that doesn't have any eyes. I'm like, where'd your eyes go? Like, really, seriously, there's nothing in here that would cause damage to his eyes that I'm aware of. It's
We
just
know what did
crazy.
it. The yo-yo loach, guarantee, is the culprit.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, I meant to pull him. I was going to put him out here in this tank with the tiger barbs. But we got Corey's in there too. So I just go from one tank of Corey's to the next.
Right. So, yep.
Maybe I'll put him in with the Decorus.
Oh.
Although you plan on putting your Kings in there.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff.
That is strange that, or pretty cool that Corey did hit a million subscribers now.
Did he?
Yep, that's what the
That's
stream's
cool.
for tonight.
Oh, that's cool. Very, very cool.
We have a orange pigeon blood, and then we also have a tiger turquoise there, Victor.
Yeah. The other discus we had got paper face
Paperhead.
and paper head. Anyway, so
we over the last 2 years got to watch them, and it would only take one or two of them at a time, and we got to watch them just painfully die off over the last 2 years. We went from 20 discus to now we got 2.
Yeah.
We had beauties in there, beautiful melons, beautiful pigeon bloods. We lost all of our mascots. We lost all the blue diamonds, all the original pigeon bloods. Hey, leopard snake skins, some more tiger turquoise, but we're slowly building it back up. Matter of fact, I got another discus and another roseline shark that will probably be here in the next few weeks. Got another tiger turquoise, and
Yeah.
friend of ours, sister-in-law, has to break down her tank, and she had a big old discus and a roseline shark in there. They wanted to pawn off another common pleco. I think I own the market on those here, really. I can't take any more in. I could, I just don't want to. So those will be the fish that are left when we are finally tearing down Daniken Aquatics. I don't want to be stressing about where I'm going to put them. What are you fretting about?
Huh?
I don't know what she's up to, guys. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you. That's right. I was talking about melon discus.
They're so pretty.
We had a gorgeous, gorgeous pair of them. We never tried breeding them.
Okay. Sorry about that. Danny hates common plecos. Have you seen the one that frequently is swimming above Ken's head?
Yeah, that fish is
That's
behemoth
so
now. He's
funny.
close to a little over 2 feet long now. Should probably transfer that one down to the 300.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
You got your volume muted?
I don't know what happened.
Okay, you're unmuted. You should hear me
Oh,
now.
I think I see what the problem is. Okay, now talk.
Hello.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Somehow I hit a button. Why are you so quiet?
Because the Chiefs just scored.
That's why you're quiet?
I can hear Ed's ego starting now. We will have to hear this for the next 12 months because this is a 2-time Super Bowl winner if they win tonight. Two in a row.
2 in a row?
Yes.
See, I don't even know who won ya.
What's going on, Melvin?
Okay.
Thank you for becoming a member, Aquafunk. We appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
Mike says that drinking his urine water.
Tea. I'm drinking the same thing,
Hey,
Mike.
Now, Mike, I'm going to tell you something. If this is what urine looks like to you, please seek your physician's help immediately.
You can't say things like that when I'm in the middle of taking a drink.
Well, I mean, seriously.
That would have been just lovely. As Danielle spews all over the camera. Oh, goodness. So, hi, Storm Rider. How are you doing? He said, hi, Danny. I feel so special.
That's Mr. Melvin.
Mr. Melvin. So, Kenny.
Yes?
Stop.
What did I do?
I'm going to just knock you silly here in a minute. So, I feel really bad for Lisa NJ's back. My friend Janet's having really bad back issues too. And it's like, Mike says, I'll tell you what, I'm feeling my age today. And then he tells you to spit your teeth out on camera. No.
It's happened
Let's
before.
not. It's happened before.
What's going on, Moose? Or as Rachel likes to call you, Moosey.
Moosey. Why Moosey?
Rachel calls him that. Boots and cats, boots and cats.
Oh. That's funny.
Oh, they're already getting more requests for caves.
Oh.
June says, will you have some in March? I need them by then.
We should have some in March. I'm hoping if I can get some time to spend on them a little bit. It's been pretty crazy around here. Been trying to catch up on tank cleanings with Ken being down sick and then me being down sick and then Ken down sick again. It's been like...
And I'm still recovering and found out our best friend's granddaughter came over sick. So I'm praying to God you don't have anything that's bad.
Yeah.
Because I cannot afford to get sick anymore.
That's for darn tootin' sure.
So my wife says next year I have to get every shot that's available.
Right, because I got my flu shot and I did not get flu. Coincidence? I don't think so.
I think I went COVID, flu.
Yep. So
It's been 3 weeks. My body is just done. What's going on, Nona?
Scary Nonya. Hello. Makes me hungry for Italian food. Every
You
time
were
I
hungry
see her
for
name.
that before we even started.
I did. I said I wanted pizza tonight.
Although pizza I would not call authentic Italian food.
Now you might be offending all those Italian pizza
Well,
makers.
no, they make a good pizza, but when I think Italian food, I don't think pizza is not the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm thinking some eggplant parmesan. I'm thinking shrimp scampi. Some good old fashioned lasagna.
Lasagna sounds good. Yum.
Yeah, maybe you should make lasagna instead of me going up there.
Which only takes me, 3 hours to make?
Does it really?
Oh, it takes an hour and a half just to cook it. And it takes me about an hour and a half to put it all together. So, yeah, I'd say about 3 hours. Yep. Look at all these angels just swimming back and forth. What, guys?
Yeah, I went during my member stream. I got the pleco room down there done. And that was a tough room that I had. Still didn't get all the duckweed, but I got 3/4 in each tank out. I still got to go down and nitpick them. At least when I'm feeding in that room tonight, it won't be a pain.
For what? What was the pain?
When there's duckweed and you try to
Oh. So when I do it, I go by and I put the duck food all on top of the duckweed, and then I take my finger and I go poke, 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 poke. That's the way I do that. It's much easier to feed though with no duckweed, or at least breaks in the duckweed. Oh. Ooh, Victor says, I worked in an Italian restaurant and we had real homemade pasta semolina.
I grew up with Italians, man. I miss that authentic mama cooking, man. No, if you've had the actual homemade pasta, it's hard to eat the box stuff. It really is.
But somehow you've managed all these years.
I should have been watching and paying attention back then. I could have been making my own pasta.
This is true. You know what? They have videos for that. Go ahead. I wouldn't mind having some homemade pasta.
No, you have to know what you're doing.
The only way you know what you're doing is to practice. He says, Sarah, start to come back around more.
I got to have Boots and Cats over here before I go to that thing, Danielle.
Next weekend?
Yes. So I got to get busy on them. I'll do the other water changes tomorrow night when I get home, and then get that area where we can have guests, get all the crap that we want to take to the dump out of there. Yeah, we're having a streak of a bunch of lights going bad all at once.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I got a pile of lights down there. I'm not going to bother buying more because as we're downsizing, I probably won't need more.
True. Very true. I didn't see as many crabs running around this time in this guy. I think I had a couple that may have kicked the bucket.
How many did you have?
I remember seeing about 5 or 6.
I told you that water was getting too cold. You didn't listen.
The heat under this room stays on. It's the same heat that they've had all winter long. So the temperature hasn't changed. So how is it getting any colder?
Because they're less than 3 inches from a window now.
I keep the window shut. All it is open for me to get to the air pump right now. Because we're hooking up their filter. Only Oscar says, after watching Danica doing water changes, I got busy on mine. I'm pooped now. That was me yesterday.
I'm pretty white today. I did that this morning and been kind of blah since. I wanted to get 2 rooms today done, but I had forgotten that my wife and I had committed to going over to our friend's house today.
Stephen White said he had some homemade lasagna in Naples last month. In Italy. Only Oscar says, but I'm done with tanks. Heart.
Unfortunately, I got 4 more rooms to go down there. That was just the start of the week for me.
Yeah.
I got to start training myself to do them during the weekdays because I know when summer comes, it's going to be hard for us to squeeze in water changes on the weekends.
Yep. Be out on the boat.
Unless I want to stay up till 2 in the morning.
Maybe we can get the boat to go into some little back sloughs or something, and maybe we can do some live fish catching. That'd be fun. What?
The way you said that.
It would be. These stir-bys are even coming up here. This little guy is coming right up to the tank, and he's like, hey, where's the food?
What
What?
is it, Angel?
No, it's a stir-by. Here's
Five
another
cats coming,
fatty.
that guy's eating our eyeballs. Can you get him out of here?
So funny. I think I finally have enough Nana Petite Anubias. I've been growing some slowly for the little tree thing that you got me from Father Fish when his store was still open.
You do realize that's been 3 years now since you've gotten that?
Yes, but I finally have enough Nana Petite that I've grown. I've been growing little bundles of it. I've been growing them in the axolotl tank.
You can put the Swasser tank on the bottom, look like grass.
Or you could put some of this lovely moss that's on, it's not even moss. What is that? Algae that's on these sticks. It's starting to look like funky algae. It's turning into something else. So I think I may actually have to trim my algae. Do people do that? Does anybody in the stream trim their algae? I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. That's kind of interesting. I never thought about that. See, only Oscars says Nana Petite grows very slow. Only Oscar says Craig's another one who gets me off my butt.
Jason does because he's got the black beard like we have in our 75.
Only Oscar says I python it out. Is that trimming? I really probably should just go actually take in a siphon hose and be trimming the algae and sucking up the algae as I trim it. Victor C says Jeff's Unknown has an algae mascot.
How you doing, Craig?
3G says my plastic plants grow faster than Anubias. But I've got these really great little pieces finally. It's taken forever. Zen Ginger says I have to cut the hair algae off my crinums to keep them from getting pulled down in the flow, and I have to completely clip the BBA off my Anubias caudifolia because it will never outgrow it. That is so true. I trimmed a couple pieces of the Anubias caudifolia that we have in the front room, and a couple of the stems started dying back, and I'm like, darn it, did I just expose that to something that I shouldn't have by trimming it into pieces and trimming off the dead leaves? And so it seems to be rebounding. So I'm hoping that it doesn't start that root rot that Anubias can get. It's been a big concern. June says, OMG, do you fly them in the house? My hubby does. The cats picked them up and hid them. Cool. Oh my gosh. And is that trimming? We need clarification on trim. Well, I trim off the BBA leaves, so I guess that's trimming. I call that trimming, removing the unwanted leaves that have the unwanted BBA on them. Only Oscar says, Zen, my comment was for you. My fingers are pooped. Oh, yes. So I want to get some more Nana Petite, but it seems like the place that we order ours from is constantly out of stock.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten the plant order before my swap.
That would have been nice.
Wouldn't have had enough time to convert them like we like to do for folks, though.
Zen Ginger says, June, well, sometimes it's just roots, and that is trimming to me, but maybe not the leaves. That's more pruning, I would say. Maybe? LOL. And only Oscar's responds, good. That's the kind of trimming I do. It's Danikin's fault. How's it my fault?
You're talking about me.
What do you do?
Well, if it's got that stuff that kills my fish and shrimp, that weed stuff you showed me, I take the whatever's. I've tried to take that stuff off a plant, and then 2 weeks later, the stuff's back again. So now I just take the plant and all that it's attached to and throw it away.
I used to know the name of that plant, and I can't remember. It's something wort. But it's very dangerous for your shrimps and your small itty bitty fry. They're actually kind of carnivorous. Is it bladderwort? Wort plant aquatic. I'm going to look this up.
3G. In the 80s, trim had a whole nother meaning.
Yes, it's bladderwort. And bladderwort is carnivorous. Um, and if you get too much of it, it'll eat your little shrimps, your little fish. So every time Ken sees it, and I showed him what it looks like, if you see this in a tank, get it out. So wish I could see some better pictures of it here. It's very stringy looking.
Well, June, I get it. She says, if I sit and watch people work, it bothers me. I feel like I have to work.
I used to be that way. Now I'll just sit back and watch them work. So let me go up here and see if there's some better pictures. Aquatic plant images. Images. Okay. Let's see. That's about the only really good piece of it I see. There, that's what it looks like in the tank. I'm going to show this to everybody in case you have not seen bladderwort. So present, share screen, and this one, share. Okay, tell me when you can see it. So this is a really stringy. Can you see this, Kenny?
Yeah, I see
So
it every. It's all plenty of day.
So this is what it looks like, and it's very stringy and very fine, and it has these little pods on it. But this, see, even says an aquatic carnivorous plant. So whose tiny, it's tiny suction bladders or suction traps for small creatures. So this is it. All right. Stop. How do I stop sharing?
Here, I'll get rid of it for
Stop screen. There we go. So I hope you all learned something if you didn't know about bladderwort yet, but it often comes in on other mosses. It comes in on hornwort. It comes in any other
Guppy
and
grass.
many guppy grass, other aquatic plants, and just even a little string of it, and all of a sudden you'll have a whole bunch of it in your tank. And I was noticing that in one of my shrimp tanks, all my shrimp were disappearing. And I'm like, what is happening to my shrimp? And I did not find any planaria in the tank. And then I noticed the bladderwort. I'm like, oh, evilness. And sure enough. So, hornwort, moneywort. So hornwort, I haven't had a problem with. Moneywort, I haven't had a problem with. But I have had a problem with the bladderwort. Zen Ginger says, the more you know.
Right.
But yeah, but now Ken knows what it looks like, and he's been quite diligent in pulling it out of several of the tanks. So it's been really nice to have him keeping an eye out for it as well as me seeing it. So like I grab it out every time I see it too. So I love hornwort too. The only thing I don't like about hornwort is when it starts to go bad, all those needles fall off in the bottom of the tank, and it's so hard to get that out. Mike says, knowing is half the battle. It truly is. So I love hornwort. I like moneywort, but for me, moneywort has not done as well aquatically. For me, it's worked better as like dangling into the water, but not planted in the water. This is true, June. With the amount of tanks you have, you need help looking. That's true. It's true.
I've got a big swap coming up this weekend, the PNW aquarium swap. So I hope to take a bunch of tanks.
Ginger says, yes, like the Christmas tree you kept until February and it clogged the hell out of a filter. It does. But if you have it where it's just thriving and growing and creating this beautiful green floating aquatic paradise, it's wonderful.
I
have
don't
a
like
couple
it as
things.
much as guppy grass. If you're using it for baby guppies, I would recommend the guppy grass. I just don't think it gives them enough shelter.
He thinks the bristles are a little too close together to be as
The
effective.
females get up in there and still eat them.
Only Oscar says, my tree is still up. Cats have claimed it. Cute ornaments. Now, my daughter has a Christmas tree up year round, at least one. Our new tree is a 4-cat tree. That's so funny. Too cute. Oh, so Zenginger says, oh yeah, I bought it because it looks so good in other people's tanks, but it's not a fan of my water. It can be, well, even like one tank in our house, it'll be doing great in. You put in another tank and it'll die off. So it doesn't even, it's like, it's particular
I
per
have found
tank.
that the low light tanks are the tanks that it seems to do best in.
Yeah.
They don't like a lot of light, and definitely no direct sunlight.
Yeah, because I put some hornwort in these tanks in over here, and they get direct sunlight during the day. And I do that on purpose so that the fish can get more color and such. But it did not do well with the direct sunlight at all. It's a 4-cat tree, and the 5th cat will knock it over. So is this a Christmas tree or a cat tree? I'm confused on what kind of tree it is. And are any of the cats really heavy? I don't know. So is George going tonight?
Oh, I forgot to check. I'd be shocked if he's not.
It's a Christmas tree, now a cat tree. So I'm hoping that it's a fake tree. Otherwise, you're going to have needles everywhere. That's so funny. I was watching some video where somebody had brought in a Christmas tree that they had purchased and everything, and they set it up and they decorated it and everything out and else, and they came back in and there was this possum peeking out of it.
Well, it don't look like George is going.
All right, well, it's probably because he's watching the Super Bowl.
Well, it looks like Corey's still going, so they can go to Corey.
Oh, there you go.
For those that came here tonight instead of Corey's, we appreciate you.
The Star Trek ornaments have all been tossed to the floor. I love Star Trek. I've been watching one of the newer versions of Star Trek, and I've been really enjoying it. Too fun. Mike says as they should be. He was a Star Wars fan. Yep. We figured that would be happening, except, few people that just want to come hang out. So again, thank you for coming to hang out with us. It's been nice to have smaller group, pay more attention to what's going on, and it has been a joy to have you in here. Strange New Worlds, that's it. That's the one I've been watching. I've almost caught up with all the episodes that are currently out, and I've been enjoying that. And another thing I've been enjoying is Halo. So that one's kind of like a combination of Mandalorian and a little bit of Star Wars, and it's a pretty good little show. Mike says I'm just here talking crap while watching the game. Victor C says, thanks for live streaming, Danica and Aquatics. Well, you're so welcome. We do it every year.
We appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah. Yes, I know it's based on a video game, but it does not follow the video game story at all. I mean, it is so far veered from the original concept but it's good. It's good. I thought they've done a really good job on it. Yes, I agree. Al Wet Sox.
Thanks, Sarah Doo-Doo.
Well, good luck with all your water changes. Happy Sunday to you too. June says, I was watching Halo. I liked it. After some video game, I still liked it. I know, even my parents are enjoying it. Because I told them about it. I'm like, hey, out on Max, you should go watch Halo. It's like everything comes out on all these different apps. And my friend was telling me, oh, I've been watching these series on MGM. And I'm like, I am not signing up for another app. We've already got Max, and we've got Netflix, and we've got Discovery Plus, and it's just like, oh, too many things. We've got Disney. What else do we have?
We got too many apps.
We do.
When your app bill's more than your cable bill, every time we start making choices, which we're going with. I'd say we need to go apps.
John McKenzie says, I come by to see what a Viking fan does on Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, bless you, Kenny. June, that's so funny. My son was surprised I liked it. Then for 3 hours, he explained the game. Yes. Oh, it is on Paramount. I was thinking it was on Max. It was a blue one. A blue app. I have Paramount too.
Ooh, Rachel's getting on John's bandwagon. Kenny needs some ice cream for that burn.
Chris Aquazone says, I like both shows.
I'd say my favorite I've watched over the last year was probably Suits was my favorite.
Suits. That got too intense for me. I had to quit watching that one. If there's a show that gets too stressful for me, I just won't watch it anymore. Hello, Fishy on Tank Dicks. How are you doing?
Danny likes to get me hooked on a show and then bails on me.
And then I quit. This is a really good show, Kenny. Oh, no, it's too stressful for me now. Bye.
Well, guys, we appreciate y'all coming out. want to thank Funk for becoming a member tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Want to say thank you to all of our members. We
Yes.
appreciate you guys. I do go live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. If you want to come hang out. A lot of times I'm doing water changes. But while I'm on stream, if you decide there's a fish you want to see, you want to look at, I do that for my members too. But anyway, guys, we do appreciate you. Appreciate all my moderators coming out and keeping us safe. And then all, of course, lurkers, replay crew, and then, of course, all you folks, all 25 of you that have sat here the entire time with this. Greatly appreciated.
Thank
Anyway,
you so
guys,
much.
as always, love your fish. It's going to be Kitty and Danny saying goodbye. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Later.
Bye.